and you want to stop, you have to get up and you have to push through, because that's what crossing the finish line is about.
Chances are you know someone who's run a marathon. How about 100 marathons in 100 days?
You are crazy.
A little bit.
That's crazy.
Croix Sather is planning to do just that. Croix is an author, motivational speaker. Thanks for joining us this morning, Croix. A lot of us are just scratching our heads going,
why would you do something so spectacular, so remarkable? One audience member yelled out to get to the other side. Anonymously, my family, my best friends, everyone says you can't do it. It's crazy, it's stupid, it's impossible. Not a single person believed in me. But does that matter? And they all knew that I wasn't a runner at that time, so why would they believe that some guy could become, from a non-runner, could then run a marathon distance a day for 100 consecutive days? And so I pick myself up and I keep going. Nobody admires the person who starts but doesn't finish. Nobody remembers the person who quits. Success can be boiled down into one concept. 3 simple words, one concept. No matter how tough, how grueling, how difficult, no matter how many roadblocks, how many people get in your way, and even if you doubt yourself, 3 simple words. Who wants to know what they are?
He's crazy and amazing. And he's the gentleman that ran 100 marathons in 100 days, 100 keynotes consecutively. You think he's crazy? Yeah. He's wickedly crazy. Okay. I want you to put your hands together. Welcome up a very good friend of mine. Round of applause and a huge, heartfelt, warm welcome, Croix Sather.
Back to back to back, non-stop. I do not get a day off. There are no vacations. There are no breaks. So today we're going to talk about reprogramming your mind for success. How to think like a champion. Do you think champions think differently? A little bit or a lot? Do you think differently as the top performers than the people who are not achieving at your level? Absolutely, yes, absolutely you do. Because we think differently. Would you like to bring that up to the next level? Or maybe a few levels up? I'm going to teach you that in the next hour. And the difference is, for you, is tiny. But a tiny difference for you will make a world of difference.
let's start with you're quite a story. At 14 years of age, a drunk driver hits you head on while you're riding your bicycle. You're never supposed to walk again. Tell us how that affected your life.
I wasn't supposed to live. 4 days in a coma, 2 weeks in the hospital, a year in cast and rehab, and years of headaches where I fractured my skull and memory challenges for almost 2 decades.
Wow. And all of this has led you to become an author, a motivational speaker. You're very well known. You're gaining popularity. You've just written a new book.
And as we come up to this little crest in the hill, a drunk driver comes barreling over the other side towards us. She sees my friends, and I imagine what must have happened, because she swerved, missed them by inches. I imagine what must have happened is that she looked back and said, "My God, that was close." Because as she crossed the double yellow line, she never slowed down, she never swerved, she never did anything. In fact, she didn't even see me. And she crashed into me full speed head on. My bike gets crushed below her big metal bumper, and I get launched into the windshield and then 50 feet up into the air. This was right outside of New York City. They sent me to the local hospital. They couldn't handle the trauma. So they sent me down to New York City where they had a trauma unit, and they worked on me for hours. My parents eventually were notified, and they came down, and the doctor comes out, the neurosurgeon who works on brains and skull, because I had landed on the back of my head, comes out and told my parents, as matter-of-factly as some doctors do, if your son survives the night, he'll be a vegetable for the rest of his life. So my young mom in her beautiful blonde hair collapses into my dad's big burly construction arms, and they pray. And they pray for a miracle. That was a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 4 days I was in a coma. The first thing I see when I wake up is my mom's beautiful blonde hair. She's still holding onto my hand. She had never let go, and my dad's standing right behind her. 2 weeks in the hospital, a year of cast and rehabilitation, and headaches that had lasted for years beyond that. When I'd have an episode, it literally would drop me to my knees when the pain would come. The ironic part thing is the doctor said that I'd be a vegetable for the rest of my life. Well, today I'm more or less a vegetarian. Divorce, financial situations, health issues, loss of a loved one, whatever it might be in your life, you gotta get back up and give life everything you got. Going back to rule number 2 is act with passion. Act with passion. So adversity causes some men to break, causes others to break records.
I can do amazing things. I believe in myself. I'm a champion. Turn to your neighbor, give him a high five. Say, I am a champion.
Who looks in the mirror in the morning and says to themselves, I am amazing? It's a little weird, right? Oh, somebody does? What's your name?
Tim.
Tim, all right. Yeah! Tim's my brother from another mother. You should be doing these kinds of things. Maybe it's not looking in the mirror, that's ideal, of course, but it's all about mindset. Everything you want in life is in between your ears. It's the 3 pounds of mass called your mind, your brain. And everything you have or don't have is because of this 3 pounds of mass. So looking in the mirror every morning saying, I am a champion, say, I believe in myself, I am amazing, these will start your day off a little bit differently, don't you think?
Difícil continuar cuando se vuelve difícil.
But the difference between your success and your failure will be doing the thing that is necessary when it's the hardest for you to do it.
La diferencia entre lograr y no lograrlo es hacer.
Well, if you think about it this way, if you eat a salad once, are you healthy for life?
I wish.
If you go to the gym, I lift a whole bunch of weights, an hour, you go crazy, one of these boot camps things, lifting tires and doing all this crazy stuff. Are you healthy for life?
No.
No, it's something that has to happen all the time. And if you stop working out or you stop eating healthy, then what happens? What happens to your muscles? They atrophy. They get weaker. They get smaller. And so I've had people tell me what's possible and what's not. Impossible is a big word that people throw around, small-minded people, to justify what they have in life. Because it's a whole lot easier to accept what's given to you than to go out and make that difference, to make your life by your design. So I ran across America 100 consecutive days running the marathon distance a day. So after that, I'm like, okay, what's next? The only thing that I could find that was harder is this, Death Valley.
To a whole new level today.
Imagine running 146 miles through Death Valley in scorching and sub-zero temperatures in 72 hours. Only a handful of people have ever even attempted this.
I trained for a whole year. I get there, I get to mile 0, I'm starting, and I'm not feeling good. You ever have a bad day at the office? This is my bad day. Really bad day. I get to mile 6, and I'm already vomiting. And that's a bad thing when you have another 140 miles to go. So I forge forward, get to mile 11 or 12, and I'm dealing with heat exhaustion. Something I knew I would at some point, but not at mile 11 or 12. So if you're wondering why I'm pushing that buggy, I can't get help for anyone for any reason. So I mean, solo, self-supported. So everything is in that cart to get me through Death Valley. Anything is possible. If some young guy who grew up in a poor family can overcome an accident like that, not be a runner, and then a year later he's running a marathon a day, you can overcome anything. And yet they believed that the plane could fly. And did you know that with the Wright brothers that they were competing against a very well-funded organization, some of the top scientists in the world at that time, and yet these bicycle mechanics beat them to it because they believed they would and they had the passion to do it. Those little habits practiced every day, one day after the other, day after the other, day after the other, that's how success happens. Nobody remembers the person who quits. Success can be boiled down into one concept. 3 simple words, one concept. And I keep hearing the words echo in my head. I'm brought back to that time when I was just that scrawny kid and my brother is yelling at me. You ever do that again and I am not training you. No matter how tough life gets, you never quit. I don't care what happens to you, you never quit. Got it? Success gets boiled down. You take away all the hype and all of the unnecessary complications, and success boils down to those 3 words. You never quit. No matter what happens, mile 6, your mile 11 is, your mile 32, your mile 45, you never quit. Take your hands and put them here. This is the distance from what you have now to anything you want in life. Whether it's an amazing relationship, an incredible physique, an extraordinary store, more profits, happier clients, whatever it might be in your life, in your personal life, in your business life, it's always this. No, keep your hands up. I see you. Keep your hands up. This is the distance. It's about 6.5 inches. For you to succeed The only thing you have to do is change one thing. Do what I do. Change the 3 pounds in between your ears. Thank you very much. Repeat after me. I am a champion!
I'm Rob Goldberg. I'm the Executive Vice President of Marketing at Tommy Bahama. We had a great day with Croix. He got the crowd really excited and got them to look at themselves and look at their lives and really inspired them to ask themselves, what are their own obstacles? How are you going to break through those obstacles? How are you going to take yourself and your game to the next level? And for us at Tommy Bahama, we're always asking that question. And Croix really worked with us on understanding what our mission and values are and how to sync up his presentation with ours, and it happened to be really well aligned, and we felt like we got something with a lot of enthusiasm and a presentation that's going to last for a long time for our people.
Hey, Doug Bench here, the brain guy. We're at Dave and Dustin's Speaking Empire event in Tampa, and I just finished sharing the stage with Croix. Unfrickin' believable. If you want one of the best speakers to motivate your people to action, Croix is your man. His story is phenomenal, his information is phenomenal, he'll move people to action. Go for it.
Hey, this is Dutch. I am a promoter speaker, and I'm just here to share with you a little bit about Croix Sather. We have as many as 8 seminars a month and have speakers come in on a regular basis. We've had Croix do emceeing at our events. He's come in and spoke and sold at our events. He just does a fantastic job. You know what he has is a true all-American hero story. And when you're looking to take an event to another level and create a relationship with people at another level, that all-American hero story just makes such a significant difference. And Croix just connects, he inspires, and he motivates people to a level that is just amazing.
I've listened to these speeches for over 40 years. I've never been moved in the way that his speech did today.
Great, because this was a story of overcoming,
Человеческих возможностей.
about the possibilities of a human being,
И необходимости двигаться, не
and
останавливаться.
about the need to continue to move no matter what.
Hi, my name is Guy Camilleri. I'm the Managing Director at World Gym International in Los Angeles, California. We had our international convention here in Las Vegas for the past couple days, and Croix came to speak to us, and it was a really amazing time together with Croix. He was so inspirational and motivational, and really challenging all of us to be our best and to think about the things and the challenges we have, and how to push through those, how to set goals, how to achieve extraordinary things. I know that while I normally don't take notes at events like this, I took a bunch of notes today, so there's definitely some stuff I want to remind myself about. So thank you, Croix, for coming and joining us. All of us at World Gym International. I really enjoyed it.